We got just a little film. We wanted to, you guys do so much of it, so we wanted to break down a little film before we let you go to World Championships if we can. We've been talking about all season a little bit about the game film that might have been in a basement somewhere.
Oh my God.
On tape somewhere. Well, we've been able to dig it up.
So how did you find that?
Live from Chicago, TSN presents the NHL Tonight. The Calgary Flames.
Hey, thanks, Gord. Chelios with a chip in his shoulder, and not surprisingly, the Hawks are rolling along, playing some of their best hockey of the year. They'll try to keep that
had nothing to do with me.
Against the Flames, although they have not defeated them this year.
It's the United Center. What do you remember about the early stages here, right? Waiting for your first shift?
The funny thing, like Jim Cummins right beside me there, he's one of our scouts now.
That's unbelievable.
I think I was nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There's the first shift.
That's honestly, I saw stars after that hit, and I can't remember who hit me on the side of the wall, but I'm like, I think I might be out here. But there's no chance that you would ever stay down.
But look at that, eh? Picking up the puck.
Smart play, just get it out.
Safe, off the wall and out.
Oh, this is amazing.
Well, I put this in there just because this is like the old school stuff that we don't see anymore, right? Like these, like just the hooks and the clutching of the ground. But this is an all-time hook on Corey Stone.
Sometimes those went uncalled.
I know, that's the crazy thing.
Or Chris Chelios. I mean, there's certain defensemen. I took some face-offs. Like that was one of my strengths was winning face-offs when I played.
There you go.
There's
that's a hook. That's a hook.
That's what you call a water ski or whatever you used to call it. The other cool thing in this game was Jerome McGinley was playing for the Flames, and Jerome and I were roommates in junior.
Competitively love it. Cummins cleared the puck in. Huska up there looking for it, number 56, and Huska.
See, I would get mad at my son for that light on your stick. Like, get strong on your stick there, bud.
Isn't that great? That's what we. I think this is the second shift. There you go. 8 shifts total, I think we tallied it up. But you took maybe 6 or 7 draws too, and I think they didn't. I don't think they calculated it then, or they didn't have it on the stat sheet. But I think I had you win in at least 3.
Okay, well let's see what we do here. Beat. Oh, look at this.
50-50 puck.
Get heavier on the stick. Hey, but look at that work coming back. Again, what's with the hook?
Yeah, you knew the type of game you were playing at that time, right?
And Jim Cummins was a tough character at the time.
Yeah.
Like he was all about, like, just put the puck in, let's get a forecheck going. And Kevin Miller was the other line mate. And I played with his brother Kip in Indianapolis for a long time.
Really?
He was a really good player as well.
This is the other one I threw in there because Chelios and Fleury, they're just going at it.
And there'd be no penalty on that.
No penalty.
He had his body knocked off as he went to the net.
Yeah, there's all sorts of Calgary Flames connections.
When he was later in his Chelios, like what was it like? You know, I would assume one of the leaders, like Tony Amonte's there, but walking into that locker room for the first time, and you got a guy like him that's been around the game and
awesome. Like even, like I said, I would never do it, but he was one of the players that during my time in camps there, I was there for 5 years.
Yeah.
Was just, you looked at him like he was different level. So I asked him to sign a stick for me. And again, that time he never would do that. But I felt like he was one of the best players around. Everything he did was competitive. He was their guy that drove the team there. So just felt he was one of the guys I wanted to have a stick from. And he was awesome with it. Signed it, and I still have it in our house.
Do you?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Chris Dingman too, another played against him a ton in the Western League along the way.
This is later in the year, is that?
It was just after Christmas.
Yeah.
And more Flames connections or Calgary connections. Jeff Shantz was hurt. Right. So he was one of their centermen that was hurt. He was out a little bit longer term. But Brent Sutter was the other guy that was injured, so they needed a centerman to come up. And I got up there and I saw Brent. Oh. Could have got a penalty. I tried to get on the penalty sheet or the timer sheet or the score sheet, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I watched Brent walk around I'm like, there's no chance. I'm going to be here for a little bit. So if I play well tonight, I might get another one.
Yeah.
So game was over, went there the next day in the morning, or maybe it was 2 days after. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Brent, kind of the same, can barely walk around, but he's going to go test it on the ice.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, he's not playing. Sure enough, he comes off and says, I'm good to go.
So then that was it.
So then Bob Murray, who used to be one of our pro scouts here as well, you're going back down to Indianapolis. But the whole thing, like I was the captain of the team in Indianapolis. And as I mentioned, I was with this for 5 years since they drafted me. And it's something that me for sure, there's a face-off win. There. If Cummie had some more skill, he might have done something with that puck there. But you never forget it. And it was a little bit of a favor or a thank you for being, being a hardworking guy within our organization and something that I've always appreciated. And I've mentioned to Bob Murray many times how thankful I am that he gave me that opportunity to play in the NHL.
So cool. I mean, when's the last time you watched this?
Honestly, Parks, I haven't probably seen this. Maybe the summer going home after I played this game. I might have watched it with my dad or something.
Because they recorded it.
Yeah, he recorded it for sure. My aunts and uncles, mom and dad watched. At that time, now I think it's awesome that when a guy plays his first NHL game, the families get brought in to watch that.
Right.
Well, there we go.
Wind it up.
Hey, there's a good one.
Yeah. Ship it out, get in the ozone.
6th shift. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, we threw those in there. We wanted to make sure we identify them. I think it was, in the end, it turned out to be a 1-1 game in the third, which might have hampered a little of your ice time in the third.
Yeah, I don't think I played in the third, if I remember right. Did I get one shift?
You got one shift in the third. I think, that one's coming up next. But there was also, there was a few special teams late in the second and then in the third that probably
brought the ice time down.
Yeah.
Tony Amonte was a really good player around too. He was fun to watch.
Right.
There we go.
There's the 1-1. Some big boys though too.
Oh yeah.
It looked like most of your shifts were against Dingman.
Yeah.
And again, there's
Iggy right there.
You guys say anything to each other during the game? There you are, right there.
Probably gonna water ski or hold on to him all the way into the zone.
Yeah, this is the 1 third period shift, I think, right here. But it looks like a pretty neutral shift.
Not a lot going on, and they probably thought, well, that's enough. We've seen enough.
But there it is, the end of it.
2 more years after this in the American Hockey League. And then I had to get my shoulder surgery like Kevin Rooney did last year. I had the same surgery.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ready to go in training camp, so it was that time. I actually made a deal with my dad that if I was 25 years old and still playing in the minors, I would shut it down and I would go back to school. So I honored that commitment to my dad because deep down I knew kind of where I'm at. And this was awesome, guys.
Pretty good. There you saw a little head tap to hack it too. Pretty cool.
That was awesome.